wanted me to extend his appreciation for your participation in the inspection. And to let you know, everything has passed inspection and the gems are prepared for the upcoming exhibition. Dziękuję za wasz czas.
This is no ordinary wall decor. There we go. Wait a second. The bookcase moved. Hi, Kitty. What were you doing back there? Leo might be in trouble. I need to report this as soon as possible. Where am I? Gotta find a way out.
Dobry den, tady policie České republiky.
I hope you understand English. I'd like to report a possible missing person, the Dean of St. Vitus Cathedral. I was set to meet with him, but he didn't show.
Why do you believe he is missing?
I went to his office to meet him, and he wasn't there. and I found a secret passage in his office, and his cat was trapped behind it. I noticed one of his playing cards on the ground in the tunnel, but was chased away before I could look any closer by what I assume was a person.
A secret passage? Who is this?
My name is Nancy Drew.
The detective?
Yes, I can verify my identity if you'd like.
That won't be necessary. The passages underneath the city are not serviced and are very dangerous. Only a few are accessed by tour groups. Recently, floods have destroyed many of the passageways. Do not go back inside.
Oh, all right.
We will send an officer to the dean's workplace and home.
Thank you. I also found a plane ticket on his desk, and he did mention he was going out of town. Can you check additional records to see if he took a different flight?
Yes, we can.
Great. That's all I can ask.
Would you like to file a report regarding the man who chased you?
No. I know something was there, but I would like to keep focus on the Dean.
Okay. We will call back this number once we have something to report.
Adela, what's wrong?
It's my computer. I got this scary pop-up, and now it won't respond to anything I do.
Let me take a look. I recognize this handiwork. Someone has tried harder this time. Let's see what I can do. Here you go. It's all clear now.
Pani, where did you learn that?
Apparat's shopkeeper taught me. I had a similar problem and went to her for help.
Do you have an update?
The theft of your jewels may have been a launch pad, a dry run, for stealing what they're really after.
And what do you believe that is?
I hear the crown jewels are going on display. A rare occasion.
Is it possible? I don't know that there is a connection, but the gems in my mother's necklace are from the same era as the crown jewels. They wouldn't even be fake. They could reasonably be used as a convincing substitute for the real royal jewels. When would they strike?
Within a number of days. They must have a plan for getting all 7 keys.
You know the history. I would expect nothing less of you. They would not need all 7 official keys if they make their own.
How could they do that?
For centuries, alchemists were part of the royal courts. If King Leopold II's royal alchemist made the original keys, the plans may still be in his workshop.
You really do know your history. The workshop must be long gone by now.
If it exists anywhere, I imagine it would be somewhere around the castle complex.
Have you had this kind of computer trouble before?
No, not to my knowledge.
Whoever tampered with our computers wanted us to know.
Yes, the thought crossed my mind.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
Yes, but this is a history lesson. We do not have Residente today.
What makes you so sure?
They have done nothing in decades. You waste your time with this.
I'll see what more I can find and let you know.
Well, if it would stop a greater crime, then please continue.
I will. Thank you.
Ah, Miss Drew. More questions?
What can I say? I have an interest in your history.
History is not the problem.
How often do you need to work with the Dean of St. Vitus?
I have tried to work with him on numerous occasions, but his secretary seems to run an unusually tight schedule.
Can you explain why you were so keen to meet with him?
How would you know that?
He invited me to visit him at St. Vitus. I was in the area.
If you must know, I wanted to schedule the inspection appointment at the cathedral. That is all.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
You don't need to worry about them. Prague is perfectly safe for tourists.
Have they ever been connected to jewel thefts?
You have an imagination. Perhaps in the past, yes. But now? Pah.
What do you know about alchemy in the old royal court?
I put the alchemy exhibit together myself.
Is it a personal interest of yours?
The exhibit is over there. I don't have time to talk you through it, but you can go read it yourself. You might not understand it all, so come back and ask questions if you have any.
That's a generous offer. Incredible glasswork. But how does it open? I need more information.
What are you doing?
Could I have a closer look?
Be careful.
There are strange markings all over it. It could be part of an ancient riddle.
Not so fast. This cannot be removed from the museum.
Well, can I take pictures?
If you must. Return here if you want to see the artifact again.
Whoa, Kepler's law in action. This one has a mark on it.
You managed to open the artifact?
I hope you don't mind. It's kind of what I do.
It does not appear to be damaged, and I had been looking forward to seeing inside. Just make no habit of touching exhibits.
I understand. I am curious, though.
We found it in the original royal palace structure in the tunnels beneath the castle complex recently. It dates back to the 9th and 10th century.
What are these tunnels?
You have not heard? Tunnels beneath Prague, from the times of nobles and kings. We're in the process of restoring them, but not all are safe.
The artifact seems very old. Whose was it?
Rudolf II. You will not know he ruled from 1576 to 1612, I believe.
Oh, yes, as Holy Roman Emperor. How did you deduce that? You could say I am professionally interested.
We found a note in the same tunnel from a council in his court. Lehman. He helped hide the artifact before the end of his reign.
Now that it's open, what will you do with the artifact?
I will keep it here until I am able to examine it privately and enter it into Degas. What difference is it to you? No more questions. I must go. Please view the exhibits that are open to you.
Dobry den. Are you looking for Elka?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you. Alchemy seems to be a large part of Prague's history and continues to be relevant today. Do you know anything about the alchemists of the old royal courts?
I learned many skills from those times. I fix old marionettes and automatons, but some tricks got lost along the way.
So you can't turn lead into gold?
Ha! I would not be here if I could. I mean, for example, the old case right there.
What about it?
It belonged to an alchemist from centuries ago, sometime during the 16th century. I could never find a way to open it without breaking it. That I won't do.
May I give it a closer look?
Please, be careful.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
You are afraid of them?
Should I be?
No. They would not bother tourists.
How do you know that?
Why would they? It attracts the wrong attention.
Have you encountered the Residente? Would you know how to reach them?
They don't bother old men either.
Do you know how they molded the 7 keys that lock up the crown jewels?
Not molds. Schematics. In those days, they wrought keys in a forge and hammered them into shape. Strong iron made them sturdy, but not the 7 keys. They are more delicate. So they say.
If the schematics for the original keys still exist, where would they be?
Hidden. If they were hidden by the alchemists who made them, they would have locked them away somewhere they could never be found. But not with a key.
Then how? Do you think they still exist?
Alchemists were very clever. The schematics could have been destroyed by now.
You have filled a few holes in my knowledge. Thank you.
At least someone is interested in what I know.
You're thinking of Elka? To me, daughter or granddaughter, sometimes spending time together is enough. Let's take a closer look. Have I seen this symbol before?
Enter the darkness. You have nothing to fear. If it is a ghost you see,
I just need to
some may be
borrow
here.
this.
Prague, city of kings, city of ghosts. Beware the night, for you may encounter 12 headless ghosts crossing the Charles Bridge. Executed at Old Town Square, they seek their missing heads, left hung in iron baskets from Old Town Bridge. The Mad Barber is dying to give you a new look to impress the Emperor. Sadly, his local shop failed when he traded his barber's blade for a beaker. You see, the Mad Barber believed that after mixing and cutting all day, he could use alchemy to gain his fortune by turning metal into gold. He died with nothing to his name. Lore says that he continues to roam the streets with his blade. Move quickly. He may want more than just your hair. Or you may fall victim to Perta, the daughter of the lords of the House of Rosenberg, who once lived in this very palace complex. They established their own castles until Emperor Rudolph II purchased the Rosenberg houses. One Rosenberg daughter got her own castle when she was married off to a nobleman, who turned out to be not so noble. The death of her evil husband was both a blessing and a curse. When Perkta refused his request for forgiveness, he cursed her, but it was she who got the last laugh. To this day, the tales speak of the spirit of Perkta dwelling in this ancient castle as the Lady in White. But should she don black, the color of night, it is her spirit who seeks out the one who is sure to die. Look closely, quickly now. What does Perkta wear? Linger longer if you dare. Are you certain you won't be the one her spirit seeks? You have chosen wisely to retreat behind closed doors to avoid such dangers. Or have you? Venture further, if you dare. The Dalibor Knight. The wearer of this armor joined the People's Uprising in Plaskovitska in the 15th century. His reward? A death sentence. But he was not alone while he awaited his fate in the Tower of Prague Castle. See his companion. This violin kept the Dalibor Knight company through all his troubles. All heard his playing until the day of his death. And beyond. Some say when moonlight falls on the knight's armor, a secret will be revealed. Those who dwell too long in this room may face a mournful wrath of the knight himself. Linger at your own risk.
Prosim.
Hello. I hope English is all right. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm trying to reach the Dean.
English is quite alright. I'm afraid Mr. Sokol is not available at the moment.
I'm investigating a case. Maybe I could speak with you.
If I can be of any help.
Do you know why Oscar Dvorak is trying to reach the Dean?
He's not disclosed his agenda to either of us.
Why do you think he wants to meet?
As head of the Gems exhibit in the museum, he has no oversight on the cathedral or its renovation. He has lodged several memos on the subject.
What does he want?
I can only surmise he wants unfettered access to the treasures of the cathedral that he has no respect for.
Is Leo avoiding Oscar Dvorak?
It is my duty as his secretary to filter through priorities.
You never told him.
I filtered, ma'am.
Does the cathedral hold any precious treasures?
There are many priceless artifacts entombed with our saints here, and of course,